Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Into the Fear. I am your host, Chainsaw Sammy. Joining me today on our annual Valentines episode is David Paige from Hillside House of Hell. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. How about you?
I am good. Thank you guys so much for joining me this evening.
Thanks for having us.
You're very welcome. Can you believe Valentines is literally here next week already? Like, that's crazy how fast this year is going.
Yeah.
2 months in already. I know. Time flies when you're having fun.
Oh, I bet. I mean, it's already Super Bowl Sunday as well. I know a lot of our viewers are probably watching the game this evening, but oh my gosh. So let's get on to the Valentines, because for all haunts around the country celebrating this upcoming weekend's event, I mean, it's crazy. Almost every haunt does Valentines and then, of course, Christmas.
Yeah.
So, like, oof, crazy. I'm unfortunately skipping Valentine's this year to do Mardi Gras here in St. Louis, but it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, we saw your whole getup. It looks really awesome.
Thank you. I'm real excited.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we already got some people jumping into the comments.
Pop that up.
Hello from Studio Nocturne. Hello. All right, so David Paige. So I've known you guys for a while, but let's see, the audience probably doesn't. So how did you guys get started in the industry?
So we started, Paige and I were at a concert here, and we saw the Hillside booth. Paige wanted to go over there because she's really into haunted houses. And I knew that the location was Park Place, which I used to work at. So we kind of approached them and we went up and talked to the guys.
Mm-hmm. And they just kind of were like, hey, if you guys are interested, we'd love to have you come out and act, because they were doing applications and everything. They're like, nothing committed, just come out and have a fun night. We were getting married that year, so we decided to do their December event, the, what is it? I'm blanking.
Christmas.
The Christmas event. But anyway, He was Jesus, I was Mother Mary, and they've never done something like that before. So it was really interesting to see all the people's reactions and kind of how we got into the characters. And we really had a blast.
Yeah, it was my first time acting. Paige acted when she was younger, and we just got hooked ever since.
That's so incredible. So how many years ago was that?
December 2022 is when we started.
So you guys haven't been in the industry for very well. Paige, you did say that you used to act. So you guys are coming on your, it'll be 4th or 5th year now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You guys really
fourth. Yeah.
You guys have really moved up quick.
We did. Yeah. We noticed that right away too. We really enjoyed it. We were in a room and we just enjoyed working together. And then the owners of our haunt kind of wanted to push us to do more, be more involved. And we're like, we really like this. So we we moved up. Social media really helped with that, like TikTok. And then we just started the Instagram thing.
Yeah, we definitely stepped into the leadership role.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy that we did, because I wouldn't have it any other way, I don't think.
All right, so your guys' roles are managers. So what is everybody's like specific job? Because there's many different roles as a manager. You can be manager of one department, but not the other, or sometimes you're doing all the jobs. So what is all inclined with your jobs?
So it was a new position when we started, and we kind of figured it out as we went along. So for us, we kind of try to join responsibilities and also split a little bit of it. So we will get there, we'll do the placements of where our actors are going to be for that night. We'll go over training, room to room, kind of check on our actors throughout the night. We have a really good backstage crew too that picks up what we can't. And then we have other like area leads as well to be in areas that we're not. And they can kind of, like, our clown area is a huge area, and we'll have a lead clown kind of keeping track of that. And then they'll report to us, and then if there's any issues, we'll address those individually with our actors.
Yeah, so I would say mainly actor managers.
Yes.
You know, there are a few responsible roles that we like, big roles that we took on while the guys were out maintaining Blood Rush and getting the schoolhouse in order. Um, but yeah, mainly we just worry about our actors and the safety of our customers and our actors.
Yes, safety is key for both your staff and your guests coming through your attraction. So when it comes to the actor training, what do you guys do? Everything from different exercises to different techniques and skill level building. What do you guys have? Like, what do you guys do?
Well, basically, the Hillside has a storyline. So we tell our newer actors or even some seasoned actors just kind of like the story of Hillside. Look at the room around you. What's in the room? What is the story? What's going to be your line? And even if you don't have, if you're not outspoken enough to be verbally acting, you can always use your body language. Like body language is a huge thing that I like to teach, and noises too. Like I love grunting and hissing and spitting, not physically spitting, but like sounding like you're spitting. It's just so gnarly.
Yeah, and a lot of it, especially when they're newer, the initial training is to get them out of their shell, and so we'll do a lot of that first training for our auditions, where we'll get to know everybody. We'll go around in a circle. The main thing is to let loose and get everything out and to entertain the customer coming through. If you look at it as each person is paying to be there, and they don't want to see you as yourself. They want to see the character, the room you're in, and the story that we're trying to tell. So you got to think, where am I? Where are they coming from? Where are they going? How can I give a cue to the room beside me for them to build off of that? So like one thing we do for training is like we do the telephone game, or not the telephone game, but the circle, where we kind of say something and then the person beside you will hear that and go off of that, and then give the person beside them something to go off of. And that was a really cool training experience.
Yeah, it's really cool improv.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the improvisation of it is it's hard to come up with, but when you get in the zone, and especially if you know the theme or the storyline that you're in, I feel like a lot of our actors, they get it and they kind of just pop off. Yeah.
Gary says, hey, Gary.
Yeah. What's up, Gary?
Hello, Tyler. How are you guys doing out there?
All right, so we got a comment here from Tom Coaster. How do you approach room scene design? It sounds like it all ties into your backstory. And with that, are there any signature scares featuring special characters that get the spotlight for the story?
Oh, definitely. Most definitely. I would say mainly in our pre-show area and our hotel area. There are definitely actors who have made a charter for themselves. Like we got our receptionist.
More dialogue areas where they're telling the story. Like,
for sure.
The Hillside is broken up in 4 main areas. So when you're going into pre-show to sacrifice, the main area, the demon area, is usually a seasoned actor that has a good dialogue, and they're
kind of helps the flow.
Yeah, and they're telling you where you're at, and they're hitting that animatronic, and it's going off. It's the first big thing you see before you go into the first scene, the first main scene.
What would be your favorite scene or section in Hillside?
What's yours?
The chapel.
Yeah, I would say chapel as well. That's where when we first started, we were in chapel together, and they enjoyed us in there, and we helped make that really fun. It's fun. Like if we're working in an area when we first started, to be in the middle of the haunt, and then we would have customers come through, and they would say things like, "Oh, this is the best part," or whatever. It's just cool to have them get excited in the middle, and then towards like the end as well. It's not just about the first thing you see.
So it's a special place in your heart that scene is. I will say
chapel.
I would say the motel is definitely crazy. That's definitely your hype room. I like the chapel room as well. There's a lot of scenes I like. I like the butcher room as well because you're brought in like your cattle. You're walking up the ramps. You're going around that entire scene. But man, the motel, what an amplify. You go in there and it's absolute chaos.
Yeah, everything from when you first come in, the set design on that is just amazing. It's like an actual hotel, you know, and if you haven't been there before, we have the elevator, and it's like it's one floor, but it's the illusion that you're going to the second floor. When you look at the facade, multiple stories, you get on the elevator, it opens up, it's the same floor, but the set design in it's really cool when you know how it works, and it opens up and it looks like it's another area. Because then people will see them as they're walking out of Hillside, and they're like, oh wow, we're on the ground. I thought we would have to take an elevator down. Where are we? We still think that they're on like a second or third floor.
When you guys were making the motel, because I know that was one of the biggest projects. You know, I swear, I called them the three stooges of the haunt industry. Sean, Travis, and Josh. Those three are just so funny together.
They really are like the Three Stooges. We love them. We love them. But it's a good show. It's a good reference.
When you guys were in the middle of building the motel and just everything you guys were coming up with, I mean, just the ideas were constantly rolling, things were changing and stuff. What was it like for you guys? Because you guys are on that side. You know, I'm just on the public side of hearing what's going on. But for you guys that were actually there for the behind the scenes, having this incredible section build, what was it all like?
Oh man,
it was really fast.
Yeah, it was crazy to witness how fast they got that built up. And I mean, like, I really got to give props to the owners. I mean, they worked on that day and night. I mean, sometimes all through the night, and then go and have to work their day jobs just to try to get it open enough for our 4th of July event, you know, to make sure that our customers had a great experience. So we got to help on some of the rooms with the set design and like the scenery of it. Like we painted the walls and we blood splattered the walls or whatever. And we have a photographer friend who's a detective, who used to be an old detective. And in our motel freak room,
he was doing a photo shoot with, I believe it was Doug Tate. Yeah, he was with Doug Tate.
Doug Tate over.
He came to us and he goes, who did this blood on the wall in here? You know, I used to be a detective and I would take the pictures of this stuff, and this looks real.
He's like, it's so accurate in here. It's insane.
And it was really cool because we did that because we were acting it out of like, okay, I got the little bucket of fake blood. And then we would be like, okay, I'm doing this over here, so it'll make that on the wall. Cool. It was cool having somebody recognize that detail of the realism of it.
Yeah, there's so much detail that goes into
every
single thing in there.
The detail of the motel is just crazy. Everything from, like I said, the elevator. We went one day to do the rooms and to make them over and decorate them and everything. And the guys were literally in there, and they were drilling out the entire floor for the section of the elevator because they wanted it to be perfect, where it had to be like 3 or 4 inches level with the ground, so you're not you don't step up into an elevator, you walk into the elevator. So they had to break through the concrete, through the ground, just to have that flat. And just everything with the rooms and the maze of it all.
I know it was a big project, but you guys nailed it.
Yeah, it was we finished it like literally the night before. We were like, give it a little bit of time to dry, and then we were ready.
All right, so I got Thomas also. Here's another question from him. What are some of the challenges you have faced running a haunt? I know we have all had stories dealing with the city, fire inspectors, getting insurance, etc. Has there anything been in particular challenging? That's a really good question, because everyone in the haunt industry, from managers to owners who actually deal with these individuals, it can be quite a challenge.
Yeah, for us personally, a big challenge that we had last year, we had like for like customers and stuff. If a customer is upset, how do we calm them down? Because we like to act in character, so we're in character, actor, manager, and dealing with customers as well. So having to de-escalate their situation and get them to finish the haunt or go, actually go through it. We haven't dealt with like the city too much.
Yeah, we personally haven't dealt with the city. I do know that the owners have dealt with the city. We're very thankful for them for doing that.
Yes.
Because we can all know how stressful it can be. But basically, like I know with the fire inspections, we just make sure that all of our exits are open.
Yeah, everything's
we
up to
have
code.
a good rundown of how we're going to get out in the event of a fire. We make sure when there are false alarms, because sometimes the fog machines get a little too heavy, so it can set off the alarms. But we're making sure we're running through. We're letting our actors know, what's going on.
Like it's just
Having
the fog.
evacuation
We're
drills.
actively checking it.
Which we'll be going over more as well in our upcoming auditions. So just making sure that you have an evacuation plan for your staff and your customers. That's a big part of our job, really. So, but the insurance and stuff, yeah, that's all the owners there.
I don't know nothing about insurance.
I work life insurance. I know about life insurance.
Yeah.
You die, give me a call. So.
Yep.
Thank you for the
Yes.
question.
Haunted houses are an insurance nightmare. It really is. It is the truth running a business like that. You have big heavy machinery around live staff. Most of them are not trained to work around that heavy machinery. And I'm talking about animatronics, from large fog machines, from pyrotechnics. There's haunted houses that have fire effects, things like that. So yeah, there's a little bit of mixture of everything. And then yes, your insurance is a nightmare. Luckily, there are companies out there that specialize in haunted houses and special events like that. It's usually companies that work alongside with amusement parks and other events, festivals, fairgrounds, etc. They're more of the pros that can handle a haunted attractions insurance wise. But it is a nightmare, and yes, thankful for the owners that they deal with it. But like I said, sometimes management has to deal with it too, because you're the second in command. When the owners aren't around, you're in charge.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely. I'm sure we'll be getting more of a rundown before the haunt season opens, because we are opening up a third, and in that third, it's going to be treated like an infant. So we'll be over at Hillside, and I'm sure we'll catch on.
This last year we had good experience being at Hillside while the owners were over at Blood Rush. They were building that back up and getting that perfect with their new additions over there. So we had really good experience with Hillside, with more of the manager, general manager role, where we have those direct interactions with the customers more.
all right, sorry, people are trying to blow me up on the other site real quick. So what are like some interesting stories? So I know with Hillside, its location, you guys are really in the middle of a neighborhood.
Yes.
But also it's the history of that place. So you hear stories from the public, and then you hear the stories from people who have you had customers come through that say they've been here when it was operating as what it used to be. What Sean told me is that it used to be a psychiatric living facility. It was for people with mental disorders. It's where they lived there full time. Have you guys experienced and heard any crazy stories there?
Yeah. I worked there when it was Park Place, when it was a healthcare facility. And it's really, really cool because I'll have customers come through. Oh, there's Emmy. Hey, Paige. Hello,
Hi,
Emerson. She didn't say hi to me. So I have customers come through that I worked with there, and they're coming, so I get excited when I see them because I recognize them, and then they see me in character, and I think they know who I am after a minute of talking to me in character. But there's the history of the building is really, really amazing, and it's great. It's a great set, and the entire building is amazing to be a part of it.
I think it's a really great setup for a haunted house, because it's in a square. I mean, it's perfect for having these different sections. The layout is, the guys really struck gold on that layout of the property. But Yeah, 1964, I think the building was built. Countless lives lived and lost in that building.
Yes.
So there are a lot of paranormal stories that
And
we have.
the age group of the residents there were anywhere from 12 years old to 112.
Wow.
A full range of abilities and disabilities. So it's why it's wild, like working there when it's a haunted house and just seeing how it's completely gutted and changed, but the basic layout is still there. You can still tell what it used to be. Yeah.
So any personal experience that you
Mhm.
can remember offhand that you had that like terrified you?
Yeah. Tell her about it.
Okay. When we were just actors, we were working in the room that's next to the church. It's called Cages.
Mhm.
And there were saws on the wall. And across from the room Cages is the clown. So there's like a hallway, and then there's the clown room, the main entrance to clown. I thought the kids in clown were like messing with us, and we heard banging on the wall,
Like just banging
like
on that
police
wall.
force banging, and it was so hard that it shook the saws off the wall.
And the light too. The light was going off.
Oh, I'm just getting
Kept going
chills
off,
talking
and
about it.
there's no outlet out there to
Mm.
trigger that to go on and off, and it was just kept going off, and it would go back
Mhm.
on like cue too. I would say, I hope the light doesn't go off, and then it hasn't gone off in a minute. Hope it doesn't do it again, and then it goes off, and then banging on the wall. I open the door, nobody's out there, and the saw falls off the dang wall.
So
So
we also had
we had to finish the night in there.
Oh yeah, it was the energy after that was intense. But there's we've also investigated just personally the building
Mhm.
with our own equipment, and we've received intelligent responses when calling out to some of the residents that David took care of.
Yeah, the one in particular is we were in right now it's the motel freak room. It's the room that has all the blood and the bodies on the wall and the faces and the big bed. And so that room was my residence room. And we were in there. It was before it was turned into the set. So it was his original room. We were in there. We had some devices, and we had a little spirit ball, which is a ball that when you touch it, it'll light up. So we had a few of those lined up on the quilt of the bed, the mattress, how the mattress has the quilt. So it was like tucked in there, like 5 of them. When Paige directly says the resident's name, she says, okay, are you here with us? Or if you're here with us, can you? And then as soon as she said, okay, name, the dang second ball in the line flicks, and it lights up, and it smashes onto the ground, and it's just like a call and a call and response. And she was terrified, but I was geeked out, and I was excited. I was like, oh my gosh, you're still here. I strongly feel that the spirits are still there. They're not evil or what's the word? Malicious. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're not malicious. They want to reach out and grab you and get your attention. I had another experience too. It was the end of the season. It was like, I want to say the last day of the last year or the year before. We were walking through doing our checks, and when you're in sacrifice, when you're going through sacrifice, it's supposed to be a house back in like the 60s, and there's a tub scene. So there's like a bath and a tub. Well, that tub was a whirlpool that one of my other resident, it was his whirlpool that he would bathe in, and it's part of the set now. So I'm walking by that, and I felt like 2 fingers poke my boot, like through my shoe, like the boot of the ankle part of it, and it was light, but it had enough pressure to whatever. And it was just one of those, it was just a very real touch. And I dropped down, looked underneath there, and it just makes me really believe that they're still there, and they're trying to get something. They're trying to talk to us. They're trying to get some attention from us.
Yeah, because you guys do the paranormal tours there as well
Yes.
during the off season.
Oh yeah, yeah, and we've had so many tours with patrons or customers that do it, and we kind of guide them and we give them a history, and we have cameras and we have our equipment, and all of their experiences we've had good feedback from them, and there's a lot of noises and there's a lot of banging on like walls, and just about every time you try to do it when you're there for a period of time, you can just, okay, if you're here with me, can you tap twice? And you will literally hear a tap wherever you're at. You'll hear tap tap, like somebody's in the ceiling or directly above you, or it'll be a wall. You'll hear that tap.
That tapping sound.
Yeah, yeah. Or
Every
banging.
time, yeah, the banging, the
Mhm.
tapping, it's enough to set you off. It gets the senses rolling because it's a sound that's not part of the haunt.
Yes.
You're like, that's not coming from our speakers. That's not an actor. That's not something normal. It's not an animal. Like, it's that disembodied sounds that you cannot explain. The multiple times I've been out there to Hillside, I've seen disembodied shadows where there's shadows that appear. That's not my shadow or
Yeah.
anything coming off of an object. And it's not a light coming through or anything. It's just a disembodied dark shadow that just moves and goes.
Do you
And
remember
then-
what area that was in?
So that's walking down the hallway through actor hallway.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I'm inside the haunt, I'm not paying attention. I think if I stood in the haunt and really looked for a while, I would probably experience stuff within the actual attraction maze. But
Mhm.
mine has always been when I'm walking down the actor walkthrough, and it's because I'm just, my mindset is different. I'm, taking my breather. I'm getting out of character for a minute. So
Yeah.
that's when I start to notice things. I'm not going to notice things in a haunt because I'm always going to shook it off as, oh, it's part of the show, or it was a
Yeah.
customer.
Yeah.
But when you're walking up and down that hallway, and it's a long hallway, and it looks like an old abandoned hospital is what it looks
Yeah.
like.
Because it is. Yeah.
And
It's a good area because it's original.
yeah. And then I remember, and this was for Fright Night Fireworks. So it's hot. It's 100 degrees during it. It's in the beginning of July.
Mhm.
And I felt a cold spot. And I know there was no AC unit anywhere near that. I
Mhm.
remember feeling that last time I was out there in July. Another thing is the actor bathroom. I'm sitting there just doing my business, and I would hear disembodied voices. And I know there's no actors outside the door. There's nobody around me. And that's creepy because, you're in your most vulnerable time is in the bathroom. And you're like, I don't like hearing voices when I'm on the can.
Right.
That's what we do a lot. When she has to go to the bathroom, I have to go with her and watch outside the door.
Stand outside the door, please.
It's part of my job description too, to watch the door when she goes to the bathroom.
Hey, it's the buddy system.
Yes.
Literally.
Yeah. It kind of creeps you out being there. Like,
Yeah, it's scary.
especially like you said, that main hall to kind of go to the entrance and the exit in our actor area. It's still original to the residents, and if they're still there, they're familiar with that. And I think that's a hot spot too. Like, a lot of that is a lot of shadows, and there's a lot of like disembodied voices in rooms. And there's so many times where we would be walking through, and then we would have to stop and then go into that room and be like, is somebody here? Like, who's in this room right now? Like,
Kind of like making sure nobody's like
you'll hear
messing
something.
around,
Yeah.
and nobody's there. And it's like, oh, okay.
Have you guys experienced anything at the schoolhouse when you were there, or anything at Blood Rush when you're there?
Blood Rush, not so much.
Blood Rush, yeah, no, not really. But the schoolhouse, when we visited, nothing too crazy, but just the energy in there is eerie, and it just feels like it's just multiple energies. It's just like different energies in each section of the room or of the schoolhouse of that property. It's because it was used for so many things over the years. So, and we got a special guest joining us here. This is our big worm.
Big worm.
Big worm.
Oh, we love it when the critters join us on the show.
She's like, who are you talking to?
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so I got a question from Dark Acres of how many actors do you have on a normal night?
I would say between 30 and 40. on a good, fully staffed night throughout the season.
Yeah, yeah. And then like our off-season events are bigger and better. And that's when we have like Blood Rush coming over, their actors as well. So we'll have 40 to 50 to 60. Sometimes
60,
towards the end of the night, we're having to, like as we're placing, we're having to, like we're full. We don't like to turn people away because we could use help anywhere. But we get up there.
We have all sorts of guest actors.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I love our off-season events.
All right. Scary Gary has asked, have you ever got to sleep in it? So have you stayed the night at any of the attractions?
I won't sleep there.
No, we haven't.
We've stayed there from like 6 to 5 a.m. So
like
6 p.m. to 5 a.m.
we could have, but we've never
I
like
will not
slept.
sleep in that building.
We could though with the motel beds. Definitely could. We had a bad snowstorm. Was it last year? We had a few actors have to stay there because the roads were just so bad. Those stories were kind of creepy from that night too. Yeah, another story we have about the paranormal was when we had the one room where we had the banging on the walls and the flower pot being thrown by two separate actors.
Yeah.
2 separate nights.
Yeah. That right before you enter our chapel room, there's a funeral room where it's like you're going to somebody's funeral, you know, and there's the coffin and the grandma. Well, there's a table with flowers on it. And one night a girl was like, hey, just wanted to let you know that those flowers came flying out of that room in there. And I looked and nobody is in there. And that area is kind of secluded. So there should not be any actors.
Now the cats are going to start playing.
Going in there and, you know, causing a scene or whatever. But then the next night, a boy came and told us the same thing. Hey, those flowers on the tables in there, it flew and went into the other room.
Yeah.
And I like watched it happen in front of my own eyes. And I was just like, oh my God. Yeah, well, it happens.
For me, I'm going to say no to that. If those spirits can't even leave me alone when I'm trying to just use the bathroom, there's absolutely no way I'm going to sleep.
Right.
Yeah, I'm sleeping.
All right, I got one here from Jason. So out of all the off-season events, which one is your favorite? So now we're getting into all the off-season events because you guys up there at Hillside do a lot.
Yeah, we have quite a few. How many do we have?
Oh, gosh. Well, we have our Valentines. We have our Glow Night.
Lights out.
4th of July.
4th of July.
Lights out.
Then lights out.
Christmas. So 5. 5 so far.
And my favorite would be probably Valentine's Day. What about you?
Definitely Valentine's. That is my favorite event.
Yes, thank you, Troy. He claims he's working right now. I don't believe him.
Yeah, I work overnights too, so I'm like all of this stuff, like the podcast and listening to like things I'm doing in my headphones while I'm working. It's fun.
All
yeah,
right,
I would say Valentine's is my favorite. Fright Night's cool because of the fireworks and it's an all day thing. But Valentine's personally was our first event where we had the ability to roam around and run around and entertain the line and just go room to room, and it was just like my favorite night ever.
Yeah, it was.
The first time it was
a lot of fun.
So fun.
It technically was mine too, coming out to Hillside. So I've been to Blood Rush multiple times, but never got a chance to come out to Hillside. And my first time coming out to Hillside was a few years ago for the Valentine's event.
Yeah, that's cool. We like the three of us. We learned together.
Yes, but wow, Valentine's is always so cool. I love the whole Valentine's themes events for haunted houses. They fit so well into the theme. With Christmas, you get very creative, but Valentine's, for some reason, it just feels like it fits. It feels like it's a lot easier, in my opinion. But it's always so cold here in the Midwestern Valentine's. It's always February sucks. It's always in the negatives. We had a good day today. Today it got up to 50 here in St. Louis. I don't know how it did for you guys up there in Iowa.
It's about that.
About the same.
Yeah.
But I remember, what was it, last year for Valentine's, like none of us wanted to be out in the queue line. We all kept going
No.
inside the photo ops because we're like, it's too
It
cold.
was so
Yeah.
cold.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. But
I would
this
run out
year-
there that quick 5 seconds to say hi to customers and run back in. We're like,
Yeah.
nope, it's too
Yeah.
cold.
That's the way to do it sometimes, you know. At first we're like, oh, let's be outside the whole night and let's just scare the people in the line, and then got to give them a break and kind of take turns. And when it's cold, it's like, I don't want to be out there.
Yeah, the first week of our Christmas event this year, it was in the negatives and it was freezing. Oh my gosh, the people who braved that to come out in that weather, bless them.
I know when customers come out, you're like, really? You guys are staying around. At least with us, we can leave, we can go inside and warm up. But you see these customers out there just nonchalant, hands in the pocket.
Yeah.
And you're like, aren't you freezing?
It's our season pass holders too. They'll be there every event, especially for like Christmas. We have some customers that'll be there. Like it'll be a 2-weekend, a 2-day, 2-weekend type of deal, and they'll be there all 4 days of that. But that Christmas last year was very cold the first day, and we had people out there. Like, that's amazing. It's a really good feeling to have that.
Yes, it is so cold on Christmas, but I'll tell you right now, hands down, it's always Valentine's, Rogers. It's always Valentine's that seems to be colder than Christmas. Christmas, you get the cold, but for Valentine's, I don't know why. It's just colder. Last year we had the snow too, if I remember. There was
Yeah.
snow all over the roof. So I didn't even get to play on the roof last year.
No.
I was really
Yeah,
upset.
That's my
What
main
I
thing
love
with
about
our,
Hillside is we
with
have
our
the roof
actors.
to play on.
Right.
Yeah. I was telling a lot of our roamers, I'm like, let's not get on the roof tonight. Like, be
Yeah.
careful.
We need
This
to
year,
fall
though,
off.
this year it's looking like we're gonna have about 47-degree weather, which is good.
Yes.
A little under freezing, under
Mhm.
freezing, maybe in the 20s at night. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't know.
Jared right here. So this is Jared from Halloween 365. He says, I need to wear my ice boots for Penhurst on Friday. Up there in the Pennsylvania area, yep,
Oh, I bet
you
it's
might,
Oh,
you
Mhm.
might, Jared.
yeah.
Oh, thank you, Roger. We love you
Oh,
too.
love you guys. Tell the little man we said hi.
Yes, Gary. Valentine's has
Mhm.
always been a big event down there at the Darkness. And again, people come out and they brave the cold because it's super cold for our Valentine's here at the Darkness as well. Most
Mhm.
of us, we come out for about 5 minutes, and within 5 minutes, all of us actors run right back inside. But we have the indoor queue too, so it's like customers are
Mhm.
still going to see us, and then we roam throughout the entire attraction, scaring customers, tag team them with the actors that are in there. But yeah, Valentine's is just always super cold. That's the only thing I dread about the Valentine's events is that they're always
Mhm.
super cold. I need to start going south.
Right. Go where it's warmer.
Mhm.
Or west. I would love to visit California. Dark Acres. Yes, the season passes are a huge benefit. They practically pay for themselves.
Yeah, you buy a season pass. I mean, when you look at the price of it, it's equivalent to buying 2 tickets to come 2 times during the season. But with the off-season events, you know, you buy the season pass, you can come to all of our events and multiple times during the season, and it
Mhm.
kind of just pays for itself.
It really does.
Yeah, it's the off-season events really help sell that, where it's, you know, you have no reason not to come, and it you already paid for the season pass, and it fills our lineup, and it's just a good experience. Yeah.
And also you get perks with the season pass
Yeah.
too. Don't you get discount like on merch and other things? Also the season pass works for Blood Rush as well, correct?
Yep.
Yes. Yep.
So yeah, it pays for itself. You can do multiple weekends at Hillside during season, or you can do Hillside one weekend, Blood Rush the next, but then you can go to all the off-season events. Like
Mhm.
it's definitely worth the price when it comes to the season pass, especially when you have other things going on than just your Halloween. You do other stuff as well. And then of course, discount on merch and other things. Like it pays for itself. It really does. I always encourage haunted houses that do a lot more than just Halloween, of like do the season pass thing or VIP. Some of them call them by different names, but they do benefit haunted houses. Absolutely. And then, are you guys going to be at Transworld? That's a big question for everybody. Are you guys going to be at
Yes.
Transworld?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
we
We
will
went
be.
last year was the first year we went.
Mhm.
So much fun. It's really cool seeing everything there that they have to offer.
Yeah,
Kind of hooked on that too.
yeah, it's awesome.
I remember coming up and asking you guys, I want to
Yeah.
say it was like Thursday evening when I ran into you guys, because I already saw, you know, Sean, Travis, and Josh, then three knuckleheads
Mhm.
running around the show, just being themselves. But I
Yeah.
remember I finally caught you guys and I was like, what do you think? And you guys were like, overwhelmed. You were overjoyed, overwhelmed. You're like, oh, we haven't even seen everything. And we're just here.
Yeah,
And I'm like, yeah, luckily you got the entire weekend. And you still don't find everything. I will find out like a week later, someone posts something. I'm like, where was that?
Exactly,
I didn't see
yeah.
that booth.
Yeah.
exactly. That's how it was this past year. I was like, where was this?
Mhm.
And then just all the classes, all the free seminars that you get to see on stage. So like all the makeup
Right.
tutorials. So not even on stage, they're doing them at booths too. So you're walking
Mhm.
by and everyone is willing to always answer questions. It's Transworld is the show to be at. If you're a haunter,
Yeah.
that's the show you got to go for benefits, for networking, for your purchases, and to grow. And it's just the haunt love community.
Mhm.
No, absolutely. I would recommend Transworld to all of the haunters. Like, we're trying to get a group of our actors to go with us this year. We're already getting a small group, but still trying to snag a few more.
Yeah, so Kevin's up there in the Chicago area. Now, Chicago, we all know tons of pro haunts, all smacked into a very small area.
Yeah.
And yes, they have a lot of haunts going on up there. So Kevin says there's about 5 going on
Wow.
this weekend alone. That's crazy. And with it
We're-
being Friday the 13th as well.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
We're pretty fortunate because I mean we have local haunts as well. We have like 4 or 5 pretty close by. For the past few years, we've been the only one doing the off-season thing, I
Mhm.
believe.
I think so, yeah.
And that's good because that's a reason for their staff to come and see your attraction.
Yeah. Yeah, we have so
Yeah.
many actors and staff from other local haunts. They come out and they reach out to us. Oh, could we work this event? We're like, yeah, of course. We love it's a great community builder for the local haunts to kind of come over and
Mhm.
get to know us, and we get to know them, and they come here, we can go over there.
Yeah.
We were really big on trying to build a big bridge.
And Gary says, I'll see you at the Marriott party.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What hotel?
That's
did you
just where everyone just wounds down and
Mhm.
has a good time.
get? Yeah, we were right beside. Was it the Marriott? We were beside.
Oh, we were by the Magnolia.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They had a little
last year.
party down there, and we were hearing it at like 2 a.m.
Oh yeah.
We were
Party
like
never dies.
we were like second floor up, and we're like, you guys got to go to bed.
The parties for Transworld have died down over the years. So I started going to Transworld. 2010 was my first year, and it was still within the 2000s era of partying, where
Yeah.
as soon as one party ends, as soon as the hotel bar shuts down, we head over to the strip club. Well, sometimes the strippers came back with us. So we would have room parties, and they still do to this day. But I remember the entire Marriott used to have, everybody had room parties. So you would go on multiple floors, and it'd be random doors wide open, people coming in and out. I think we've all gotten old over the years where we don't party like that anymore. But I remember 1 year it was really big on using the Nerf guns. So you would have Nerf gun wars, and you would have them not only in the hotel lobby, but you would have them outside. You would have them in the hallways in random hotel rooms. 1 year, someone did have fireworks and was setting off like just a little bottle rockets, but they were setting them off in front of other people's rooms to prank them. That was back when people, weren't afraid to do some dumb stuff to get in trouble. But
Wow.
those were back
I'm
in
glad
the
it-
earlier
Like
days
the
of Transworld.
Jackass era.
I'm glad it kind of toned down a little bit, because I don't know if I could do all of that. Getting too old for that. We're thinking about doing the East Coast and the West Coast. We were gonna maybe
Yes,
do one
East
of those.
Coast for sure.
A little
Yeah.
different. But
East
we really
Coast
like
this year.
Transworld.
Yes.
Mhm.
East Coast this year has an amazing lineup. If you guys haven't seen it yet on the website,
Yeah.
they did announce their haunt tour for this year. And East
Mhm.
Coast, definitely. If you go to Transworld, you definitely got to check out East Coast. And of course, its sister convention, MHC, right there in the
Mhm.
Rosemont area. All right, so Dark Acres, I'm driving 6 hours to get to a Valentine's event. Winter in New York isn't easy for off season. No, sir, it's
Oh,
not. New York
yeah.
gets a lot of snow.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you have safe travels getting there and enjoy the event. And then Gary says, yep, the good old days. Because Gary was right there with all of us. Gary was a part of a lot of them. Sometimes Gary, I think, was the ringmaster behind the whole thing. But
Oh boy.
yeah, Richard said, East Side. Yes,
Right.
Richard, yes, the East Side. All my East Coast people are going to come flying into the comments now because I said something about East Coast.
Right.
But you guys definitely need to check out East Coast Haunters and MHC, but also one that you do need to come down. You need to come down to the South and check out Texas Haunters.
Okay.
That is in Irving, the Dallas area. But yeah, let's get into Cupid's Killer Valentine coming up this weekend. So 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. Oh my goodness. Like, yeah, again, time has already flown by in the 2026 year. We're already on Valentine's because as soon as Valentine's in, then it comes into the convention season where we got Transworld, we got East Coast. We also got halfway to Halloween events. And then you guys also have your glow night, correct?
Yes.
And then it goes into Friday night fireworks and then blackout, and then you got season.
Yeah. We're keeping busy year round.
It does. It keeps us busy.
Yeah.
Keeps us on our toes, and our actors are kind of fresh.
Mm-hmm.
What is your guys' goal for this weekend?
Our personal goal or our business goal?
Both. So like a
Both.
business goal is to, from be bigger and better than last year.
For sure. For sure.
I think the main goal is to kind of make it a little different than what it was last year, because we have those season pass holders, and they'll tell us at the end of their walkthrough, they'll try to get us to break character. They know us, and they'll tell us my favorite part was this and this and this and this, and it was different than this last year. And we're like, okay, cool. So we heard that feedback from last year to the previous year, so we try to change it a little and make it a little different. That's the whole point of the off-season events, is to make it different than the regular season.
For sure.
And a personal goal, spend more time together.
Yeah, be able to go outside a little bit more together, and also not looking for each other, because we do that quite often, and all of the customers and our actors think it's a bit. It's not a bit, you guys. I'm really like I'm in one room, you're in the other room, and then they're like, oh, he was just here.
Especially when we first get started, and like I'll get my makeup done, or I'll put on a mask and I run outside and start interacting, and then I'll go through and make sure everybody's in their spot and stuff, and then Paige will be getting her stuff on and getting ready, and then by the time she's ready, we have walkie-talkies, but I don't like to, especially with the gloves that I'm wearing, my fingers are like this long, I'm not going to hold on to a walkie-talkie like that. So she'll go outside in character and try to be like, hey, where's the tall vampire with the teeth? And then they'll say, oh, you just went that way. And then I'll come out and then I'll say, the lady with the white hair and the vampire teeth, have you seen her? And they're like, yeah. So we'll do that for a while until we finally switch back, and then boom, and then they see us. It almost every night it happens where we meet up in the line and they're like, oh, there they are. They see us together.
It's really funny.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb, but they like it. So yeah, a personal goal is to personal goal for the off-season event is spend more time together, maybe get the actors more comfortable with their scenes, because our actors are really excited, very excited for it, and it's good to try things out and give people different roles and trust them to, like our main character, one of our main characters that's advertised, we're going to try, put the mask on and go run around and take pictures all night, get out of this scene because you're here for the season. So let's get you doing that and have fun doing that, because it was so much fun for us the first time we were allowed to do that. So that's another goal.
All right. So I got some photos here.
Look at that guy. Yeah, the hands, those are crazy. Because the fingers are right. The nails and the fingers and the first knuckle ends like right here. So when I do that, it's doing that.
That's really cool. Who do you know who made those gloves?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
Those are
So
awesome.
the fingernails are so dental distortions make the teeth, and they also
They make the
make
claws as well.
the finger, the claws, and they have different designs. So I took those, and then I got different. I just glued the nails onto a pair of gloves, and then I gave it a paint job, and then I covered up the palm of it. A lot of that is stuff that I like to make.
Those are amazing.
Thank
Really
you.
great job. Paige, absolutely love the hair. The hair that you did last year. I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. It's so wild.
And that was just a
But it's
regular
like little
wig.
hearts. Just looks like hearts.
Yes, that's what I was going for.
Yeah, because it was during the photo shoot. Photographer owner Sean was like, "Oh, can we do something with that wig and like make it more like a?" We're like, "Yeah," and then she took it and
Pieced it up.
very like Dracula. Like,
Yeah,
Yes.
that was my inspo too.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, very that old school Bram Stoker's Dracula vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely with the darker makeup and the gray hair.
Yeah.
Then of course, you got to have the logo in there and the giant rose that you had last year, David. That was fun.
Yeah. We had so she was a customer. She's a customer, and she made a bunch of these roses, and she's like, "Oh, do you guys want to use them?" And we're like, "Yeah." And I just think it's funny running around with it because I was like, that looks so sick, and it looks so bad, like it looks so cool. And then when I look at it, it looks like I'm not a vampire, I look like a little elf with a huge rose. Like I look like a little person with a rose with a regular flower. They're cool though.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, they look like little hearts.
Mhm.
And then I like this photo too. Sean takes incredible photos.
Yeah,
He does.
I mean, the
He
photos
has
are absolutely badass.
he has a great vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like with that one there, I'm doing the pose, and Sean's like, "All right, bend your fingers," and I'm like, I can't bend the knuckle. I'm like, so I'm doing that, and he's like, "Yeah, but bend the finger." I'm like, "I'm trying to," and then he reached
Sean.
out and grabbed it, and he's like, "Oh, okay, oh, that's the best you can do."
But yeah, what I love is Sean's always definitely challenging himself. I can definitely see his growth over the years. Like the more and more photos and media stuff that he's been putting out recently, I'm like, you're definitely challenging yourself and doing some new techniques, but I definitely see it.
Yeah, this past year, the end cap, the season end cap, he did a slow motion, like a commercial type of thing, and he was telling us how the vision of it is a lot of the scene, a lot of the stuff is in clips, and it's in like bits and pieces, and he pieces it all together like really great, and it's just like slow-mo, and it's just showing customers walking through, and he'll come running by, he'll like, okay, do a little,
that's my favorite.
Do this, and then we're like, okay, and then when we see it, we're like, that looks really cool.
That's my favorite, one of my favorite pictures.
Shout out Sarah.
That's our J.C. Penney family portrait.
Sarah, she's our makeup artist.
Sarah does some really amazing work out there.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And that's like the difference right there. There's haunt makeup, and then there's like movie quality, and there's like levels to it where it's like that the haunt makeup and everything, like grease paint and stuff like that. It has its place and its purpose, and then like also stuff like this takes a little bit more time, but it has a place and a purpose, I feel.
Yeah. Both are great. Like haunt makeup is great when you have a lot of actors and you're trying to get the house loaded in a jiffy, but the movie quality is just, it's stunning to have for photo shoots and video shoots.
That was definitely a fun photo there with you guys.
Yeah,
I will say
Sarah's idea.
I will say this photo right here, I think, is my favorite from last year.
Yeah.
I love that photo too.
Yeah. We had them there. They came from St. Louis just for
Yeah.
us.
Shout out Linda and Jeremy.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Cannot wait to see you guys during
Yeah.
Trans World.
Oh my gosh, Linda had me just so dead. Her reactions, because it's like I've known Linda for so long, and I'm like, girl, watching you go through haunted houses and you still get scare reactions, it is so funny.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I just wasn't prepared, okay? You know, she tries to say, listen, I just wasn't prepared. Listen, that scared the shit out of me.
And they had a really good show too. We went out there
Last year.
during Trans World. They
I
had
can't
their
wait
event.
to see what they've changed and everything, their new additions.
All right. So what advice do you have in regards to marketing your haunt? So now we're getting into the marketing side of haunts. What works best for you getting the word out to your haunt? Do you have any advice on getting the most coverage on social media?
Yeah. So we so we have our advertisements and our official stuff that Sean puts out. We work with him like with the characters and everything and the vision of it. For my standpoint, the most important thing for advertisement is when you're advertised in character and they see that advertisement, they're going to see that video, they're going to see those images being shared. So when they come to the event, they have to see that. They have to see those two characters running around and entertaining them. They can't see with Paige and I were so recognizable, like in character. You know, I have a big beard and we look the way that we look. So if you see me as a different character, you're like, oh, why aren't you this? And it kind of takes them out. So advertising that aspect is a good for marketing.
Also social media.
Yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Do the promotion, like promote your advertisements, because if you promote it, not only will it get out globally, but it'll get out locally. And that's the most important, because sometimes people don't even know.
And stories too, I noticed, especially on TikTok and Instagram, you can make posts all day long of like a lot of characters do that, of what they look like every night. They're like, this is me every night doing the trend and blah, blah, blah. And it starts to either goes viral or it stays the same or it goes down, the engagement. But like a lot of the stories where you just constantly every day, you're like, show a story that it doesn't have to catch fire, but your people that are already following you are more engaged with that.
In Dark Acres, your characters are shout out or standouts on social media.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we really appreciate that.
That's one thing I like personally. We, you know, I like to feel that we stand out, and if we're going to do it, we're going to try to be the biggest thing. And especially like, and that goes for everybody in the haunt, every room, you have to think like, this is my room, this is my character, this is my thing that I'm getting out there to the customer.
All right, so we've seen your Valentines characters. Now let's take a little bit in the past and a little bit of the present too. So here's some photos that I found.
That was actually when we first started. Yeah, I don't know. I was the beast.
I'm dead.
Shout out the beast. I was all silver. So that's funny because I don't do it anymore, but we came up with like backstory as to like why we are what we are. I was like a silver beast, something. I don't know. I thought it was cool.
Hey, I like it.
It is kind of cool, actually.
I haven't seen anything like that.
It is very cool. And when we worked, because we worked cages with that concept.
Yeah, that look. And so
their grown men would be dropping to their knees and to the floor and then being like, oh my God, you're the coolest thing that I've freaking seen.
Hey, what the hell? Like, it looks like Rob Zombie. And then
he was, you know, it was a good character, but it was a lot.
Yeah, those tusks were actually, so they're two separate tusks that are, you know, I put the denture glue in there on the bottom. And one night specifically, I scaring this little kid, and he's like ready to cry, and I'm like, yeah. And then we were in cages, and I crouch all the way down. We have a fence in between us, and I'm shaking the fence, and I crouch down, and I'm doing my thing, and then I stand up, and the tusk gets caught one of them gets caught in the fence link, and it, it was in there, like it's in my mouth, like it's like glued kind of. Well, it's glued, but it pops out, and I'm like, it actually hurt, but it popped out, and the little kid probably still thinks that like I lost a tooth on him, and then I'm like,
you're like, oh, his tooth came out.
yeah.
Oh god, that was so funny.
It's like a costume, like a malfunction, and
What a
then you
good
kind of
throwback.
put that into the character. I lost my tooth on the fence. Her contact will like pop out like every night when she's in the line. Contact, so she does this bit where it's like she lost her eyeball, and
Oh,
always
no.
have to like ad lib and like think on your feet.
You really have to think on your feet. Anything can happen. Malfunctions. I mean, in anything, theater, show choir, anything, performance wise, malfunctions happen all the time.
And that picture was it was our first. I believe it was our first parade that we did.
It was. Yep. Our very first one.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I made the chain, House of Hell, and then the Hillside. And I thought it would be different, and it didn't work. It didn't really work out. It looks cool though.
That's all that matters. It looks cool. It does not have to be perfect. But yeah, when it comes to haunting, you got to improvise. You got to be good at improv. We had the power go out one time out of Creepy World, and customers are all running around. I was like, oh, that's what that was. Hey, yo. And I'm shouting out to the other actors. I'm like, we forgot to pay the electric bill. That's what that was. And they were like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Customers were dying laughing. Because we stayed in character, but we all went, oh, and then we started just blaming it on each other. Like, it was your fault. No, you were supposed to pay it. Listen here, Mr. Moneybags.
we do that too when we have lights go out. We have a shout out Jonathan, our light guy.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Our set guy.
Thank you for always fixing our stuff.
And he'll be trying to fix the wiring, and he'll be like, hey David, can you hold the group? Because I'm in the room doing this. And I'm like, no, he's in character. I'm like, no, they're going by you. I'm like, you gotta do something, you gotta be in character.
But they don't pay me enough to do this.
I'm like, give us a minute while he changes that. I'm like, no, just let him walk by you and just say like, hey, what are you doing in my room? I'm trying to fix my light bulb. Oh man.
Aww.
That's a good one. That's one thing for Lights Out specifically we did. That was another parade. I love to wear like a mask. Like that mask is just I don't even know where I got that. And I cut it up, had it fit me. And then you were like a clown character. Yeah,
I was just like a mime.
And then
cute.
Yeah, that mask. So that
was towards the season. That was this season.
Yes. So this mask is one that I like to wear mostly like during the season. I like to change it up a bit and wear different things. And for the season, I like to just kind of stick with one thing mainly, and I kind of switch them. So that's one that I made. It was a vampire mask from I forget their name, but I cut the nose and the mouth of the vampire out, and I put the electro thing over top of that.
Very cool idea.
It is a beast.
Yep. The beast and his victim. Well, I guess I was the handler.
Yeah.
I handled the beast.
Yeah, that was her backstory. She was the handler. She handles every situation.
But you're like, yeah, I can see right here with the teeth, most definitely. Like, they're big.
Yeah, they're like, it's in there, and it just got caught, and I was like, kids probably never came back. He's just terrified of it.
He'll be all right.
Oh, cute. What good little throwbacks.
Yeah. These are good ones too, with like Sean's running around doing the media and stuff, and we'll every night we see him with his camera, we gotta like get our picture and the graphic on there. He's like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, Hillside does have a gift shop.
Yes.
We have tons of cool products in our gift shop, like socks, purses, cups. As you can tell, the alcohol bottle is shaped like a skull. My personal favorite. Candles, t-shirts, anything you can really think of.
The t-shirts especially, like, let's go back to this banner here. This is on one of the t-shirts.
Yeah, we're super excited for that. That was a big goal for me was I really wanted to be my wife and I to be on a T-shirt and to share that, like just a personal goal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe that's Josh right there in the middle, correct?
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
then
I
have you
think so.
guys, yep, have you both
Yeah.
on the sides there? And then I see Aislinn there as well off to the right. That's amazing. And then I like the no scare trick or treating that you guys do for the kiddos.
That's my second favorite event.
Actually, that
ever.
would be my if we count that, that would be my favorite. That yeah.
And then we have
Jack and
our
Sally.
backstage manager, Jessica. She manages our backstage crew.
She had
She's Oogie Boogie.
She had so much fun in that thing.
It
Remember, she was
so
telling us about
funny.
it, and I didn't know it was a blow up one, and she's having to run through the back of the haunt with that little blow up. It was so much funnier when it's deflated and she's running, and it's just like
Yeah, it's hilarious.
It looks like a parachute.
Yes.
yeah. That doing that was such a hit because the first year we did the no scare event, we did a Beauty and the Beast,
Mhm.
Beauty and the Beast one. And
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun. But the Beast kind of scared a couple of kids were crying. I don't know why. It's like, oh
Oh, my
God, I'm the
goodness.
Beauty and the Beast, and they're like crying. I was like, oh, I'm sorry, no scare.
I'm sorry.
But Jack and Sally, oh my gosh,
Yeah, no, Jack and Sally was a huge hit.
we had a few children came as like Jack and Sally, and they would look
Yeah.
up and be like, whoa, wow.
Mhm.
All right, so I got a question here from Rich. Do you guys have a way to power through the pain of sweat and makeup getting in your eyes?
Do you?
A good setting spray and a good powder, or like a good setting powder. That will help protect your makeup, so it's not, if you sweat a lot, it's not running as bad. But otherwise, for it getting into your eyes, I don't know, brother. Handkerchief, maybe.
No, yeah, a good way to power through it. It's hard with contacts. You just kind of like the way I power through it is just think there's a bigger picture here, and because I'll get like the grease paint will come into the eye while I'm actively engaging with customers and everything, and you just got to think you can't break character and take it off and be like, oh, I'm sorry, give me a minute.
You can also use it to your advantage.
Yeah.
Just like start twitching out, be like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, just while in the process of it, just think there's a bigger picture here. There's a reason why you're going through the pain of it. You'll be okay, but just don't take yourself out of character to fix something. You know, if you're getting makeup in your eye and it's in your contact, and then you can kind of say, oh, I'll be right back, I gotta go, and then you run off and then come back and say, yeah, I'm back.
Rich, I'm just going to tell you, suck it up, Buttercup. It happens.
Yeah.
That's the pain of beauty.
Like you said, the setting spray, hairspray, there's many ways to help, but sometimes it does happen.
Mm-hmm.
You got to power through it when there's customers, when you're in the middle of it. But as soon as you get a chance to take a break, take that chance, go to the bathroom, wash it out of your eyes, clean those contacts off, throw them on some solution. And then if you want to put them back in, put them back in. If they are really dirty and gross and you need them to sit and soak in the solution, then take them out. It's not worth the pain. But yes, obviously when there's customers looking at you, you gotta power through it and do what you got to do till you get a chance to step away and clean your eyes out and take care of what you got to do. But let's get into the Fright Night fireworks. So here's a picture of you guys up on the roof. And that's what I love about Hillside. You guys get to go on the roof.
Yeah, I love that roof.
Yeah, I love our 4th of July event. It's different than the other ones because it's an all-day event that we have from about 4 p.m. We have live musicians playing, and we'll have wrestling going on as well. We'll pause that, more music. We'll open the haunt, pause the haunt, have the fireworks show, and then open it back up for the rest of the night. So much fun.
Yep, you have the DJ and you have vendors come out. You have the car show. There's so much there. And not too many haunts do a 4th of July. Everybody seems to focus on Christmas and Valentines, and then of course doing the blackout and extreme nights. But 4th of July, there's only a handful in the United States that do it.
Yeah, the past couple of years, I didn't recall seeing any other 4th of July haunts, it was kind of, at first it was kind of like, oh, what do we do? How do we do we'll have fireworks, but what are we going to do for characters? And I'm like, well, I'm just going to be Abraham Lincoln with a beard, and then Statue of Liberty, and like,
Yep. I love it. We were, it was Jason, correct? That was dressed up as George Washington.
yes, yes, yeah.
We kept calling him George Bush. Like, George Bush, you're amazing. He's like,
Oh, that's funny.
it's just like, I hate you guys. Or we said, hey, that's the dollar bill.
Yeah.
or 25 cent. We were calling him 25 cent too, like the quarter. Just the looks we were getting from him on that side look of like, oh, I can't stand with you guys.
Right, because his mask
He
can't
can't.
move, so it's just the
Yeah.
eyes. He speaks with
Yeah,
his
you
That's
eyes.
just see his eyes.
That's one thing too, to like, for him, you power through the pain, because like it goes with the costume, because he's like, oh, I really want to be this. And then when he was wearing it, and then we saw him backstage, and he takes it off, and he's like, I'm going through this is torturous. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it sucks, but you have
Yeah,
like
'cause
a good idea.
It's hot.
Silicones are a nightmare in the summertime.
Mhm.
I mean, my costume, America, is all denim. And, it's
Yeah.
just a vest and jeans, but I am suffocating.
Mhm.
All right, so Dark Acres 4th of July event looks like so much fun. The videos with
Yeah.
you on the roof and the fireworks going off was epic. Let me tell you, Dark Acres, it is epic. If you have a chance, yes, it's only for one night, but that one night is worth the trip out there. And you can make it a weekend thing. Come out and visit. Omaha is not far away, so you can come out to Omaha, check out Omaha. It's in the summertime, so everything's open. You can check out the zoo. You can check out downtown. You can maybe see a game. Just come out, and then you can hit up Hillside on Saturday. And again, it's a daily event, so it starts during the middle of the afternoon, and then you can come out and enjoy Hillside all the way to the haunt and fireworks. Like, boom. I just gave you a vacation idea. You're welcome.
Yeah, we try to make that our thing too during it. This last year we were rounding up all of our actors, because we do the purge, where they all
Yes.
run out and interact with the customers and give them something as the fireworks are starting to go off. And then we get up on the roof, and we try to time it just right, where we're up there, and the fireworks are behind us. It's the tradition,
Yep, that's what we like to hear, Dark Acres, making it
Yeah.
out to Hillside.
Absolutely.
That should be for your 2026 bucket list there.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's like at night. Like, look at that shot.
Wow. Yeah.
It's iconic.
Yeah, that's the behind the scenes. Got my walkie on me.
You just look like just
That
Out of my way.
was the end of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was towards the end of the night. I was like, take my picture and let's go, brother.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think she put the wig back on, because I'm like, this is for Instagram. Put it back on.
It's just like, get out of my way.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, I love that shot.
Definitely this shot right here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and that's
Yeah,
that's
background.
just
Mhm.
the purge mask, Abraham Lincoln mask. And I thought, what can I do? I'm just gonna get a plastic mask, dirty it up. I like to cut the nose and the mask, or the mouth,
Mhm.
out of things, and just, it's really hard for me to try to change who I am and what I look like
Mhm.
with just like this, because the customers will see me and they'll be like, oh, it's you. They'll still just, I'll be whatever character. Like if I'm wearing the other mask and stuff, and they'll say, oh, you're Abraham Lincoln, I saw you on the roof 2 years ago. And I'll say, all right, kid.
All right, kid, get out of here. You're ruining
Yeah.
the vibe.
Every night we'll get that, something, people will say something like a throwback to another character we were, and we're like, okay, all right.
Oh, kiddos, they like to spoil it. But I love
Yeah.
how I just noticed it on your button. It says the Beast.
Yep.
Mhm.
Throwback
Just
to the
notice
beast.
it.
Yeah.
Little Easter egg.
Yeah.
Now, Paige, this next photo here gives me nightmares.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
your makeup, it's your pose, but
Mhm.
that, and that side photo like that where it cuts half your face off. That is just absolutely terrifying when I first saw that. I'm like, okay, it's the makeup and the angle of it that makes it look even more terrifying. But I'll tell you, most of all, it's because your face is halfway cut off. And it just makes it a lot more eerie.
She's coming for you.
Yes. That is I see you. I just see what you did. Do it again. Then some throwback at Christmas.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's Kyle. We finally convinced him to get a season pass.
He comes to every off-season event.
Every off-season event. So I think it was this last year he got a season pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's one that he also works at another local haunt.
Mm-hmm.
He's very loyal to them, but it's great. It's great seeing groups of other actors from other haunts coming and seeing us.
Mm-hmm.
It's the haunt community.
Yeah.
You give each other credit and you come and support each other.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that family
Yeah,
photo.
it's a little family photo with the kids.
You guys do have a lot of kiddos out there, especially in the motels where I really see them just running around. And it's like, oh my, I'm going to step on one of you.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of a good playing ground for them.
It is. They run around. I definitely really like this makeup right here, Paige. I absolutely like this.
Yeah, I have to shout out. That was one of our artists, Tegan. She does a really great job. She does art, like mainly all of our clowns and like our elves for like the off-season events. And yeah, she really has a good style when it comes to that.
It gives it the not only elf but toy-like. It gives it that toy-like.
For sure.
Then good old Krampus.
Yeah, and that mask is so much fun. Like I wore that it was not this last Christmas, but the Christmas before. And the horns on it, and like you got to be taller, so the height. And I'm like running around hitting my head on the every doorway. And I have ADD, so you'll tell me one time, and then I'll like forget it 2 seconds later, and I'm literally going back and forth in a room, door, head. Yeah, that was our first night acting.
It was.
Yeah.
We got to bring that back one of these.
Yeah.
These Christmases.
Yeah.
Definitely. Tom, I've actually been a guest actor out there at Hillside multiple times. I've been out there for 2 Valentines, 2 Christmases, 1 Fright Nights. Hopefully we'll be back again. And then I have been out to Blood Rush before too for guest acting. Hopefully to come back again for Fright Night, fireworks, as long as scheduling and everything works out. But also come back hopefully for season out at Blood Rush and possibly the Schoolhouse. So yes, that's definitely in the future. I'll be back out that way up in the Omaha region.
Awesome,
I go to the Omaha region because I'm always wound up in Omaha while I'm up that way because it's so close.
Yeah, we love having Sammy out.
All right, so this weekend is going to be Hillside Annuals Cupid Killer Valentines, February 13th and February 14th, Friday and Saturday. Tickets are available at hillsidehouseofhell.com. And also a shout out to our sponsor, the Woods of Terror in Greensboro, North Carolina. This year is the first and annual Valentine of Terror. There will be blood. That is also going to be February 13th and 14th out there at out there at Woods of Terror. Tickets are available at woodsofterror.com. Also, who is not a sponsor, but I am going to take a shout out. Tater, I need some more of your apple cider. So please bring me a whole couple cases at Transworld. Thank you. Much appreciated. I need more of these. It's so good. So Tater of Froggy's Frog, if you don't know,
Mhm.
owns an apple orchard. It's from it's been in his family for generations. And this is like the best non-alcoholic cider you will ever taste. It's so good. It's so sweet.
We love a good cider.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I don't see any more people popping up in the comments for questioning because I know everybody's still watching the Super Bowl and stuff. But yes, David Paige, thank you guys so much for coming on this episode and joining me. I hope you guys have an extraordinary Valentine's weekend and you guys kill it up there at Hillside. And cannot wait to see you guys within next month. Next month is Transworld. My gosh.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Tom. Yes, thank you. Thank you for joining. Everyone who tuned in, thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, we will see you guys on the next episode is next Sunday, February 15th at 7 p.m. Stay tuned for more updates and details. And yes, like what Dark Acres just said, have a great night. Remember, stay scary. Check out hillsidehouseofhell.com for your Valentine tickets. All right, and stay tuned. Thank you guys.
Bye.